7:25 in the morning. What is up, everybody? It's Claire on air all the way up until 12 noon this morning. And what better way for us to celebrate the break that we have for today than for us to actually have a wonderful break with our musical guest for today. You won't believe it, Cebu and the rest of the world. We have none other than Kurt Fick. Kurt Fick is here to give us an amazing time. And of course, I just want to make sure that you guys are well acquainted. Let me just put an applause over here. Hi, Kurt.
Hey, hi, Claire.
Hi, good morning. What's up? May buntag ni mo. Thank you so much. You know, I think this is Christmas, and I know that it's one of the busiest seasons for everybody, and you're here, so thank you so much.
Thankfully, it's the least busy day for me.
Well,
for the whole year.
Ano na gud ka busy nga Christmas rang imong break.
Somehow, yeah.
Wait,
unfortunately.
How does it? Okay, so as we all know now, because you are you are a very iconic singer na yun. Like, you put your footprint here na in Cebu, and of course, you know, with VisPop coming up also, your homegrown mga talents there. How has your career treated you so far in music?
It's been quite a ride, you know, since 2014 when Hasuda came out, and it blew up like we didn't expect it to blow up, and then since then it's been busy, and at some point kind of felt like I plateaued, but thankfully
really?
This year was the comeback year. I would consider it my comeback year. I released 2 new songs with 2 new sounds. In a new sound and feel. So now I think 2020 has been a really great year, and I think if not the best year so far in terms of music.
I'm so happy for you, Kurt. Like, I had no idea, because when people say Kurt Fick manggod, they're like, marag implanted na gid sila huna-huna ba nga. No, impenetrable gid na siya, like a fortress that is Kurt Fick.
Kurt Flick joke.
Kurt Flick. Yeah. What's the joke there? Ganun, Kurt Flick.
I don't know. A lot of people still call me Kurt Flick. Even on my Facebook page, where my name is clearly up there, they still comment Flick.
Maybe you have an imposter.
I'm way over. I'm over correcting these mistakes, because I might as well just change my last name. I'm
Joke
kidding.
na lang na siya. Agi na siya og branding, no? Flick. Kurt Flick. Love it. Bitaw, Kurt Flick, I want to ask. I want to ask, bitaw, Kurt, what influences your music? Like, I don't know how to pinpoint. Unsay ka ng imong genre good? Because you have, from what I hear sa imong bagong mga sounds, it crosses to more of a pop vibe, and then how do you describe your music? What's your style?
Well, genre. It's really VisPop. It's its own
VisPop.
It's its own genre. But in terms of sound, in terms of influences, the newer songs, Di Na, and the most recent one, Ting Bits, I would say it's leaning towards funk and somehow city pop a bit sometimes.
So you're inspired by city pop also?
I really like listening to Japanese.
Gosh, Johnny can relate.
But we're trying to beef it up a little with heavier beats.
Right. How do you incorporate the sounds of, for example, funk and city pop, but like make it Bisaya? So interesting.
I don't know. I think anything sounds good in that area of music. So I don't know.
It's just something that you do, no?
It's not just me. It's a whole team, you know.
Right. Tell me more about that, though, if it's okay, because I know that there are a lot of people who want to get into music, but they don't really have any idea how to get there. And people think, you're all by yourself, and you make it work. But I know that you are surrounded and backed by a team of professionals who support you in every single step of the way. Also, how does that work?
Well, the secret there really is not even talent.
No way.
Persistence.
Wait, what does that mean?
I'm saying, Bisaya pa, kinalang baga to be able to find and meet the right people to work with. And yeah, like for example, Di Na, it was written by Jerica Teodorico way back in 2020. And I really wanted that song, and it took so long for us to figure out the sound and the vibe. And yeah, thankfully, friends in the industry, Angelo Calinawan, Barry Villacarrillo, of course, Julki Mondok, somehow we figured out a way to bring life to that song. But the song in itself is already pretty good, so it's just a matter of finding the right music or the right arrangement to back it.
That's crazy, no? So it's not just, okay, I write a song and then I produce it. There's more behind making a song than just, making it happen.
Yeah, because you can just make 100 songs a day and release all 100 songs within the month. But
yeah,
where's the fun in that? and because it has to be intentional somehow, right? So
like, how do you make it? This is so interesting. I'm so sorry. Deep into the mind of Kurt Fick. How do you make your music intentional, man?
So my trick is I always keep my audience in the conversation. Like they make them part of the conversation. Like for example, Di Na, it was a risky move because I'm still singing a sad song. It's Maui.
Yeah.
Which everyone already loves, right?
Yes.
But like adding a different feel to a Maui song that makes you dance, that was the challenging part. But I thought, people love to dance, and people nowadays really are into, The Weeknd, Bruno Mars, and other great funky, groovy artists. So yeah, so it was that was somehow the process of how we made Di Na. And kind of different sa Ting Bits, because Ting Bits isn't a Maui song.
Ting Bits is more of an upbeat song. We play it a lot. It's number 13 on the Weekend Top 20.
I just knew today. Thank you.
Congratulations, by the way. This applause is for you.
Thank you.
Kurt, this is actually the first time we have a local musician come over and we interview, and then they're actually on the list. So,
Thank you kayo.
Thank you also for being here. So, yeah, let's talk about Ting Bits, because Ting Bits is far from being Maoy, diba? Ting Bits is, falling back into love, and then Ting Bitay na siya, so it's like sacrifice in a way. What about that? Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's a fun song, and quite different from the other songs that I've put out, and even different Di Na, because the sound though it is funky and within the same feel, it's much faster, it's much kind of what people like to listen to nowadays, K-pop, and then
it's true.
In fact, it's really heavily inspired by K-pop, the K-pop dance sound.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, no? So, Ting Bitay, since it's a different move for you, what made you transition into your Maoy state into is this the new era of Kurt Fick, that we're gonna be having like the happier songs, or something in your life making you happier, Char?
No, but I think right now we're just really exploring more on the sound than the theme of the song. So this song was sent over by RJ Ensalada, and the first time I heard it, I just said, yes, I'm gonna record this. Didn't matter if it was Maui or not. But what matters to me is this is the sound that I want to go for. I'm going for now and onwards. Kind of really want to change my sound, transition towards that livelier songs.
Right. It's great, no, because a lot of artists, they kind of they pull up the one feel, one look, one brand and everything, and then they try to stay on brand, and somehow that works for some artists, but for other artists it becomes irrelevant over time na. So for the transition, what made you want to say, okay, let's experiment, let's try this? Because you have a formula that already worked.
Yeah.
Like the Maui King of Cebu already worked. So what made you say, okay, maybe it's time for me to try to explore, to do something different, to do something new?
Maybe I have to say, I probably just got bored with that, because I've always been into this sound. I'm so into Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, locally Gary V. So I'm those are like my heroes, and I kind of always wanted to do music like theirs. So honestly, it's still work in progress, but yeah.
So actually, this is now like the raw, authentic Kurt Fick that we can have, because I didn't know that you were inspired by that for the longest time. Which like the journey that is you becoming part of your music.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say that my older songs weren't me, because I'm also
that's true.
into ballads, and when I was younger I would sing ballad classics, like standard songs. So it's like two worlds, but now I'm just stepping over onto the other side of what I wanna do.
So it's like Kurt Fick version 2, the evolution of Kurt Fick. Oh, thank you so much for having it. Like, this is so impressive for all of us, especially here. Why when we always try to be first, So for you to be here on the show, to do the interview, and to have us launch here, live launch Dina and Tingbits, thank you so much. We're really appreciative of that. One more thing before we go.
Yeah.
Because there's so many
it's
people.
Over?
Mag-podcast. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. What do you think, guys? Hi, Y101. If you're listening right now, give me my podcast. So far, it's just so crazy, because a lot of the musicians who come over, they have so many amazing ideas, and they have so many different things that they want to share. Perfect initial for podcast.
Actually.
See how we can go. But yeah, we're almost out of time, but I'm so happy that you're here. Before I know, that how many people are so inspired by what you do, and your music can actually save lives, and it probably has saved lives of countless of people who are heartbroken, because you reached out to their hearts, you made them feel like they're not alone. So what is something that you can tell your listeners right now, just anyone who feels like they're down in the dumps, anyone who feels like they need to listen to what you have to say? What would you tell them?
Well, my songs are quite though sad, there's always a funny twist to it, right? And I think that's what I want. That's what I want to feel if I'm in that situation, when I'm down over a relationship thing or whatever. I want to not take it too seriously. So hence the song. So I really appreciate it when people say when they're brokenhearted and then they're going through something, they listen to my songs, and I'm glad, because that means it is helping them process all of these emotions while laughing at themselves at the same time. so I think music is a form of a language, a way of saying what feeling things that you can't really quite figure out yourself right now.
Right. And I'm so happy that, they're able to listen to you say that right now. And another one, and the professional side of music, it's this one. What little advice can you give those who are inspired by you to make music, but don't know how, or they're stuck? What is one thing that you can tell them right now?
TikTok.
Wait, this is another topic.
Yeah, no. Because before it takes so much and so long to produce a song and put it out there, and nowadays you can just put it out on the internet. Right. And especially on TikTok, it doesn't have to be recorded properly yet.
Right. It can be just the idea, no?
Just the idea. You can just record the hook of the song, put it out on TikTok, use the right hashtags maybe, and then if it blows up, it blows up, and people will want to listen to it.
Oh, that's so
That's similar incident with similar case with Hahasula. There was no proper planning, proper launch or anything. Jude, the songwriter and the one of VisPop,
Right.
just put it out on SoundCloud.
Johnny.
And Spotify was already available then. He put it out on SoundCloud. He shared it on Facebook. And back in 2014, 2015, Facebook was kind of like TikTok now.
Yeah.
So that's how people found the song. And it evolved. Facebook evolved after that. So now the new avenue is TikTok.
TikTok. That's really good advice, actually. Like, it's a very technical one. Pero you know what, guys? If you really want to get into music, you don't really need to have a high budget, high production. You know, if you're very new to it, just do it raw and
In fact, di na blew up through TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
So you tried it.
Yeah, and I really I didn't just try it. I really planned ahead before the song came out. I already had a plan to push it on TikTok, and then persistence
Wow.
worked.
Bagagnaw.
Bagagnaw.
Hashtag
Post
bagagnaw. Persistence.
And I ask influencer friends, if you guys want to post a video using the sound.
Wow, no, so there's actually a lot of planning involved, and you're a marketing magnet. People probably don't know that. Kurt, we loved having you in the show. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go and we live launch your songs? Anyone you want to say?
Just want to say hi to any one of my friends who's listening and my family. And also, and to my listeners, thank you kaayo ninyo. Daghang king salamat ug maayong Pasko. Hinaot ka nang umabot bag-ong tuig pilion na mo. And a special shout out to my friend Charles Osmeña. He just chatted me.
Padung na siya.
Padung daw siya.
Oh my gosh, Kurt. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here. Merry Christmas! Oy!
Merry Christmas.
Hapit na! Countdown na ta. Pero before Christmas, countdown ta. Tas imong kanta, no?
Sige, go.
Countdown ta. This is what we always do. We count down from 5 all the way until 1. And then we're gonna be live launching your song. First, Di Na, and then Ting Bits, which is, again, number 13 on the Weekend Top 20.
Wow.
Congratulations on that. We're so happy. So, gonna ta.
Sige, Kim.
All right.
Sundan ng tagay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sugdantang tagay, asa ng baso, kapuyat paabot. Musta nakainday, tugaya na natong pala magtagpo. Huway na usa.